Hey guys, this is how you beat spiders. So spiders are mostly an early game nuisance more than anything else. Late game, you'll just crush them. Late game, you kill them so rapidly it doesn't really matter. Spiders have two really annoying abilities. Strategy-wise, you want to be bringing one-handers to fight spiders if at all possible. Or things like warbrands that have low AP attacks, or cleavers, like two-handed cleavers that have low AP attacks, because spider poison is an AP reducer, and it also takes AP to break out of their webs, and their webs are a pretty big debuff. If you encounter spiders in a forest, they will ambush you if they get to attack you, as opposed to you attacking them, and it doesn't seem to be very reliable how you can force an attack on something as opposed to being attacked by something even when you're adjacent to it. So the first recommendation is don't fight spiders in the forest if you can help it, and if you have to fight them in the forest, be aware that you may end up in ambush formation. Ambush formation, you start in the middle of the screen, the spiders start all around you, and they swarm you. It's particularly annoying if you have archers in an ambush formation, because the spiders move before you and can lock your archers into melee. As you can kind of see in this corner of the screen over here, this archer is stuck. Prior to fighting spiders, especially in the early game, I tend to equip my archers with just short swords or spears, something that allows them to attack back in melee if need be. I tend to run mostly one-handed weapons without shields and a couple of shield bros for the corners where they get surrounded. It's great if you can get spear walls off versus spiders, but a lot of times you can't. It is pretty much impossible to kill spider eggs realistically, so don't bother trying. Just try to fix your formation in such a way that you can kill spiders as efficiently as possible and support your brothers as efficiently as possible. The poison actually does a fair amount of damage over time, as well as reducing your AP, so you will lose brothers that way, especially in the very, very early game. General rule of thumb are weapons that don't do a lot of armor piercing damage or armor damage, but do a lot of just flesh damage are good versus spiders. Swords, cleavers, axes are okay, spears are okay. In the early game in particular, high accuracy weapons such as spears and swords are just generally good because your brothers kind of suck. Positioning wise, try not to be on low ground relative to spiders. You can control that to some degree. Try to keep multiple brothers near a spider, and try to keep brothers in a formation where they can support each other for removing webs. The web adds a piercing effect so that they ignore some of your armor if you're webbed and they're attacking you. So breaking the webs is pretty important. You will eventually stam out from doing that, and low accuracy brothers will get screwed by doing that. Build wise, what do you bring? You're mostly fighting spiders in the early games. So you don't actually have a lot of control over what type of people you're bringing to the fight. But and it almost doesn't matter how they're spec'd in general, because what you end up bringing is as many plus accuracy items as you can that can attack in melee, particularly if you're being jumped in an ambush formation. Rotate, of course, will save lives, but you don't always have rotate here. Recover is great versus their webbing effect, but you don't always have recover at this stage in the game. And yeah, you get the idea of it. The way you lose this fight is you get overwhelmed. The way you win this fight is you break the spider morale. Killing lots of spiders in a round is good. Not so much necessarily panicking them, but their morale seems to be based, if I understand correctly, on the number of spiders around. So just killing lots of spiders each turn is good. If you can take terrain, if you can take fights where you have some control of the terrain and can limit the number of access points spiders have to you, that's really good. Like this ambush wasn't too bad for us because there's a limited number of choke points in which the spiders can engage me, which means that their weight of numbers can't really be used to efficiently wear me down, which is a pretty good engagement for us. You can see that I've spec'd mostly to to swords and spears here, with a couple exceptions, and that's just to maximize my hit chance to kill the spiders. Spiders are low HP, low armor, very easy to kill. They break fairly easily. Their whole thing is they overwhelm you, web you, poison you, and kill you that way. So that's the way to engage spiders. You may occasionally have to retreat from spiders, and I don't mean like retreat as in like run away from here. It's very difficult to run from spiders when they web half your group and remove AP, but sometimes you may have to abandon contracts because of spiders in the early game, and this will only happen when it's a particularly high roll of spiders. Just be aware going into it that it's okay to throw away contracts from time to time in campaigns. Mostly you won't have to. Spiders are a fairly easy opponent, but every once in a while you will wipe a campaign. I wiped a campaign recently to spiders because there were just too many. They kept overrunning, and my brothers weren't accurate enough to deal with it. But hopefully this is helpful. See you guys soon. Okay, they run in circles. Yes! 32 spiders. Get over here. All right. We wish to kill the spiders, chat. Spiders have footprints? Yes. Yes, they do. All the little spider feet.
A nominal pittance from the raving masses.
More $3.99. Thank you, J35. Webs for days. Well, maybe. There's only 38 spiders. It's not that many. It's kind of not great to bring two-handers. Well, I mean, two-handers are fine. Sneaking up on them, chat. Gotta be quiet when you sneak up on spiders. Can't be yelling like that. Give it away. I left enough for only one attack there. It's a mistake. We want to we want to AoE roundhouse swing, don't we? Yeah, we do. What is that? Crushed finger, maybe? Ever fought against the Sky's banished enemy wolves? Yes, they're super cool. It's a cool fight, and their armor is so good. You should definitely get that armor if you can. I don't know if is it now just I don't know what they've done with it post patch. Like, is the armor still as good as it used to be? It used to be incredible fatigue for armor for fatigue, and then and I'm not sure now if it's still the same or not. Oh, it's Smoogo. He doesn't get useful secondaries. Spider, spider, spider. Okay, okay. See how it is. Well, hold on a second. Yes, spin to win. Spider just tried to run from me? Stupid spider. I don't think spiders scale quite as well as other mobs. back here. Not done with you spiders. Give me your venom sacks. The armor wasn't so good. Oh, it has attachments. So that's what I was wondering if they were going to do. That's what the question I was trying to formulate was, did they leave it as awesome as it was, or did they instead just make it armor with attachments, which is pretty unexciting. Boo. We're gonna do the impossible. We're gonna kill it like egg sacks. It never happens. There's more egg sacks to be had. Give me those egg sacks. Full of delicious omelet. Let's make a spider omelet. Should have gone there and started breaking people free. Whoops. Oh, did I just see didn't have enough stamina to spin to win? That sucks. You missed the spider. You're fired. Off the team. No spider sacks over here? Pretty sure that double stamina check, by the way. I think it checked once for once on the damage roll and once on the lightning roll. I don't have enough spin to win. Feels bad. Okay. I don't know why they're still here. I've killed their main forces. Why haven't they run? How's the run been? Run's been pretty good. Kraken's still a slog. Still don't have a good answer to Kraken, which kind of sucks. Spent a lot of time thinking about a good answer, but doesn't seem to be one that I can find.
A nominal pittance from the raving masses.
Thank you, J35. To be fair, we're gonna get a lot of spider kills here. Yeah, we're doing this for the respec potion. I don't know why they require that I have spider fucking glands for this respec potion. Isn't killing the Kraken enough to make it stand on their eggs? Oh, they are actually hatching. So the eggs, I just assumed the eggs were like a spawn point, not that they would individually spawn. That's kind of cool. The more you know, chat. Yes, you can kill multiple Krakens. Yes, you can. They become a rare spawn. I didn't know it was a forest. You can get them in forests? I assumed they'd be a swamp spawn. Forest Kraken. That's got to be better than anything's got to be better than swamp to fight him. Swamp is so RNG heavy. Although I imagine like the tree placement could really fuck your day up with Kraken. Oh, I forgot who I was using. Damn it. Let's make sure we get enough of all the components we need so we never have to kill spiders again. Kill it. Okay. I know it's a damage debuff, that's why I tried to break the web, but still annoying that the Great Axe didn't kill it. It's a legendary Great Axe too. I think. Yep. Alright, spiders. Perfect. 14. Can nail the ambition here as well. Alright, I need a quick break, chat. Gonna grab water, back in a minute. Right, chat, we're back. Sorry for the delay. Ah, I see. So I attacked them knowing exactly where their position is, but instead I'm ambushed on my archers. Feels good. And we got a lot of shitty one-tile chokes for us, too. Ugh. Really, spiders? Wow. Good attacks. Oh, that's a brush. Okay, that's okay. So one tile for them and a one tile for us. And we can free. That's okay. Thought that was movement they could move through. Or a position they could move through. Probably wants to be. I hate to move next to them because it gives them the extra action. I think we want to be one tile down here so that he isn't tanking like 3. Alright. know why sometimes it gives me a block from a tree in this position and sometimes it doesn't? Pretty good round for us. Really? It's 3 attempts on that and all failed? I like it when the spiders give up netting. They're like, we're so far behind we can't even take the actions to net. Do we want to move in there? Sure. Gives me, it leaves the, I lose the 2-tile attacking choke, but it prevents him from running. And I feel like the spiders might be running soon. Ended up being a pretty nice position. What attachments do you like for your 300, 320? Foam platings are generally the one I go for, but I haven't really worked for them in a while. Foam plating just tends to be the best versus the fights that I need them in, orcs and undead. There's definitely, if you have enough pieces like the ultra late game, there's definitely an argument to be made for other armors in different locations. Or versus different fights. It's just versus orcs and the ancient undead where I really care. The spiders are so confused. We're attacking, we're not attacking, we're attacking. It's because the new ones hatch, they come in. They need to fix this. This is essentially a bug. As the new ones spawn, even though the fight is over, the enemy have broken and they're trying to flee to the exterior, the new ones that hatch come over towards you. And it just makes you have to wait 2 extra turns to win. Alright.